Dear investors, this is Anthony Joseph Kithelian Xavier, CEO of Entos Technologies. Let me walk you through the investment opportunity in Entos Technologies, an opportunity P2P investors can't miss. Let's look at the problem what Entos is trying to solve and how we are different from the existing solutions, and what's the current market opportunity and how Entos is going to become an eminent market player in business process automation, and the current seeking of fundraising and how we are going to apply that fund, and a brief introduction about us. In a nutshell, we make a platform of ready-to-use automated business processes with intelligence. Why? Let's think of a mid-sized company which does not have an IT team. Some of the key problems are that things are not done effectively and efficiently. For example, wrong orders being delivered to customers, or no synchronization between order delivery team and finance team. Also, there's no visibility of financial, operational, and customer key performance indicators, such as, for example, order aging, payment aging, customers versus product analysis, and who are my most valuable customers. All these managers also knows that just the ERPs can solve some of these key problems, but they also do know that they are very expensive, complex, and need some expertise to implement that in their organization. Also today, most of the latest technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, and Internet of Things have become an eminent advantage for the enterprises. So these managers also have a question of how can I take advantage of these new technologies, which is not affordable to them, but to their competitors. Then another set of companies or mid-sized segments where they have a unique set of business processes where there is no single software or solution available to them. For example, we have one of the customers in the shipping agency industry where they have a very tedious workflow, which involves starting from loading of containers in vessels in the source port till the unloading of the containers from the destination port. And quite a lot of activities, and can you imagine that there are around 80 documents are involved in the complete workflow of what they call this process as a ship discharge. So in this kind of a custom or unique business processes also, there is no common or no single solution which provides that one. So the problem, the solution, what Entos is trying to solve is called a platform called Entos Pomfret. It's an IBPOS platform, Intelligent Business Process as a Service. So what do we mean by IBPOS? What we are trying to say is that the platform should offer some of the key 5 benefits or features which we are trying to talk about in this slide. First thing what it should offer is that ready-to-use automated end-to-end business processes to consume. For example, order to cash, which is an order management process, travel expense management for the travel expense related management process, procure to pay, procurement related processes. So here that end-to-end business processes are already automated based on industry best practices so that customers can start using from the day one, so that there is no lead time or no need to wait for any expert team to come and build that one. The second benefit or feature is that it should be delivered as a SaaS model, right? But this IBPOS platform is a bit different in terms of pricing because we price per the usage of the business process transaction. Most of the SaaS models offer pricing per user price, but we encourage our customers to use the complete workforce of their company to involve in the business process automations. With this vision in mind, if we put the pricing per user, then the cost of even the Entos Pomfret will become inexpensive. So in order to give the benefit of the automation to our customers, we price per business process transactions. They can have unlimited number of users on our platform. The third, the features of benefit, what we would like to say is that any business process automations evolve around a main document. For example, let's say loan applications. Loan applications main document is loan applicant form. But the supporting documents can be personal identity documents, pay slips, bank statements, and etc. So any business process will be only fulfilled in a full sense of enterprise automation with the help of digitization of document, which is embedded into the business process automations. Entos Pomfret already have a CMIS compliant repository management document system, which is already well integrated into the automated business processes, which gives the customers benefit of paperless office. The fourth dimension is using of artificial intelligence and machine learning for automatic decisions and business analytics. I can give you one example. What we are currently working with a customer on the loan application process. So we have come up with a small machine learning model to observe the existing loan approver or loan underwriter for the decision what they make. For example, some of the observation what we look at is the income, the credit score, and what is the current age and kind of a thing. So the moment when the loan approver decides a decision, that observation along with the decision fed back into the machine learning model of our Entos Pomfret. So that machine learning model continuously learn from the decision what the approver takes it from every part of the workflow. And one point in time when we have enough number of processes are already automated, the model itself can predict the approval for the particular applications or not. Another set of advantage from the artificial intelligence, what we use mainly in extracting the data from the document and make meaningful semantic data out of the document for our automating flows, which reduces some of the man-made data entry as part of the workflow automations. The fifth dimension is about blockchain and IoT. The blockchain, we are thinking about two benefits which the business process automation can make use of. One is that a smart contract-based intercompany payment transaction based on digital currencies, and also permissive blockchain technologies for complete compliance across the complete value chain. Also, we are also trying to look at how do we get the data from the IoT devices and fed this data back into the platform so that the business processes can make use of this data coming from IoT devices for automatic decisions as well. So these are the key important technologies and benefits where Entos Pomfret and IPPOS platform is trying to offer to our customers. But customers only see the benefits of the first two bullet points, which I talk about, that end-to-end business processes and an affordable pricing model. The remaining three technologies are interlined within the delivery of business process itself. So the customer need not know what technology is behind this automation. By the way, intelligent business process as a service is a concept created by Entos, and we will go with this branding concept as one of the eminent solution for mid-size market for automation. So how are we different from the existing solution providers? I would like to differentiate from the existing player in two dimensions. One, in terms of the availability of ready to use. The second dimension is the flexibility. So let me give you an example of that one. So in an ERP like SAP, Oracle, or Microsoft Dynamics, one way or other way, they're already providing an automated, ready-to-use business processes. For example, sales and distribution module of any ERP might provide an order management business process. So any ERP software can provide already automated business process for customers to consume. So that is in the right hand extreme of the lower part of the horizontal line, saying that it has more number of ready-to-use business processes. But the problem with this kind of a solution is that it is complex to implement and maintain an expensive long-term contract to make the benefit out of these applications. If you come to the left-hand side of the lower part of the matrix, you find a small set of ready-to-use business processes are being offered, more specific, more what category killer, what in other words we can call. For example, Salesforce gives only CRM related processes. Esker provide order management processes. Concur or Expensify provide travel and expense management processes. So these processes, these applications only provide a very focused set of business processes, not like the other ERP counterpart. But here again, the disadvantage is it's only have a limited predefined processes, and it's also have in a way where you have more number of processes, then it becomes more expensive for you to have that one. If you go above, then it says that it is not rigid, it is a flexible. All these bottom applications have more rigid, because none of this application, if you want to customize a process to suit your own specific business process, the application has to go for a lot of changes, and it's very difficult for you to adapt or change the business processes. Whereas the PPA or RPA kind of a solutions, which is highlighted in the upper, is more flexible. But the disadvantage is that they do not have any ready-to-use automated business processes. So in that case, in order for you to make benefit of that one, you need to form a team and you need to build an automation solution on top of that one. So it has an advantage of flexibility of creating your own business processes, but it has a disadvantage of you need to have an expert team to build what you are looking for. These are the two problems which Entos Pomfret is trying to solve. Unlike PPA or RPA products like UiPath or Automation Anywhere, our solution provides ready-to-use automated business processes so that you don't have to require any lead time and does not need any internal team. Unlike other enterprise solution providers like SAP or Oracle, we can start with a single business process, which is more critical for your business to go about it. You don't need a monolithic complex ERP solutions. Once a first critical solution or business process is automated, you can go and pick up the second one and the third one and go on. So you will build your own sort of suite of business processes for your automation need. And the third technological aspect is of Entos Pomfret is that it's completely highly scalable platform using cloud native architecture and microservices architecture. And also it's completely loosely coupled in a way that all business logic and business processes and machine learning models are loosely coupled from the other architecture or other system or infrastructure kind of a framework, so that customization on these processes and models can be flexibly modified and plugged into the overall Entos Pomfret IP PaaS platform. So in that way, we are completely unique with the existing, compared with our existing solution providers. So if I take the competitive landscape comparison between these two categories of providers like PPA and RPA providers or enterprise application providers and Entos Pomfret, one main difference is that Entos Pomfret is not for developers. As I said in the beginning, our target segment is mid-sized companies where there's no IT team. So our focus is not to make a platform for IT developers, whereas PPA and RPA needs IT developers. So whereas Entos Pomfret provides an end-to-end automated business processes, not for you to develop on your own business process automation. And most of this most of the solution provide AI ML, and I think everybody provides that. So I don't see That would be a key differentiating for everybody else, because without that, nowadays it's very difficult to go and meet the enterprise market. A business analytics in terms of the RPA or PPA solution provider, customer has to build their own business analytics, whereas ERP and Entos Pomfret, we have a built-in ready-to-use custom dashboards or business analytics for customers to use it. And then, as I said, the Entos Pomfret has a built-in document management repository system. But if you go for other solutions, the customer has to buy extra document management solution and pay for those solutions as well. Apart from that, it is affordable, and as we pay per the usage, and there's unlimited number of users, they can have it on our platform. And it is a cloud-native platform. It's originally designed and developed based on cloud-native solutions, not like other processes where you can have a monolithic solutions, which is very rigid. And one another advantage, because this is a business process focus kind of a thing, if in case if customers have their own business process PPM solutions, and then the Entos Pomfret can talk to them or can integrate with them for taking advantage of what they have already done. So in terms of market opportunity, Gartner estimates that the whole IPPOS business process as a platform market is estimated at $62 billion by 2022, with a compound annual growth rate at 6%. So which gives us a rough estimate of $60 billion by 2024. Whereas Entos is only targeted at a mid-sized market with a specific set of key end-to-end processes. So we roughly estimate around 70 to 80% of the overall market, which is roughly around 12 billion, which is a shareable market for served available market where Entos can play into that one. And we try to achieve, or we try to target 1% of that market for our IPPOS platform. So currently we have three business processes. One is travel expense process, which takes care of employees requesting for a travel till they come back and submit for the claim. So which we call that as a travel expense process. The other one is order to cash process. This involves the time the company receives the order from the customer till the time they receive the payment from the customer. And the third business process is a procure to pay process, which is under progress, which takes care of placing an order to a vendor till we make the payment to the vendor. And we are going to keep adding more number of business processes in our platform. Our pricing band goes in the kind of a telecom price band model, where we will say that, okay, for example, for TM, we have two price bands. One is the standard, another one is the professional. And that in the standard, we will charge them the $49 per month. For that, up to 40 process instances are free, and anything above that will be charged at 0.7 or 70 cents per instance. But here, what we are trying to encourage our customers is that they don't have to worry about that over usage of a particular price band, because we have priced it in such a way that moment when the customer exceeds the number of pre-instances, the usage will be lesser price than what if you would have gone for the lower price. We are not penalizing for them overusing it. In fact, we are encouraging them to use more. So the more they use, the price per transaction will be less. The same thing is similar to standard O2C. We charged at $99 per month. For that, up to 40 process instances are free, and after that, it charged at $1.25 per instance. The more important thing is that we will also come up with an enterprise subscription where all business process can be used unlimited, along with our document management system and other kind of a processes. So which is, as of today, I would say it's not ready, because we need to add a couple of more business process to really call that as an enterprise solution. So our business model is that a subscription-based model, as I explained in the last slide. Our aim is to get at least 60,000 customers by 2024 on Entos Pomfret. Our strategy is to use free business processes, which is augmenting the priced business processes. For example, lead to quote is a business processes which we are planning to offer as a free for customers, so that once the lead becomes successful order, they can use the order to cash, which is a paid business process. The another one is that we will use the lower price band, which is $100 per month, to get the customers through online. And we will use the direct sales to sell high value price band. For example, anything price bands charged at $500 to $1,000 per month, we will use our direct sales force and low price band for getting customer through online. This is another important dimension in the business process automation is about customized business processes, right? As I said, an example of ship discharge, which is not offered by any other solution providers, right? So that way, Entos Pomfret can be a unique platform for customers to come and take benefit of the affordability. So this also, we are aimed at around 30% of overall market. Maybe we can get it around a customized business processes like what we have ordered for the ship discharge. So it's like that we might get a customer or industry specific business processes, which we aim at around 30%, which comes around $23 million. So we aim that at least by 2024, we should be able to get the annual revenue of 101 million US dollar, both from online and direct sales. So what is our go-to-market strategy? Our position is where is make automation made is easy. That means that Entos Pomfret is making automation made easy by selling ready-to-use automated business processes to mid-sized companies. So today we are offering O2C, order to cash, travel expense management, and custom automation innovation lab, what we call that one, where we meet the customer, understand their requirement, and automate their specific business processes into Entos Pomfret cloud platform. So O2C is mainly targeted at the manufacturing industry. TM is mainly focused at the service industry, and AIL is mainly looking at that fragmented industry where volume is not there, so that no single player can provide a custom solutions for them. So these are the three main target segments. What we are trying to look at it, the more we add a business process, and we will try to look at more segments as well. And we are going to use the channels like direct sales, online console, and partner channels. So partner channels, in my opinion, because our target segment is mid-sized companies, there are two partners we need to really look at it. One is business process consultants who really work with companies for automation so that they can help us automate their solution on Entos Pomfret. Also, some of the government agencies or government organizations support some kind of a platform for their mid-sized companies, be it in Singapore, for example. It gives some kind of a certification for mid-sized companies to come and use some of the products, right? So we need to work with this government agencies to certify our platform so that mid-sized companies can take benefit of some of the subsidiary amount what government can offer to them. So we will, the first 5 years, we focused on these regions, India and neighboring countries, and then Singapore and Southeast Asia, mainly on Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam. And then we will also, third year, we will look at Middle East and South Africa market. And then fourth year, we will look at USA as the main entry of going into the market. Okay, so in a nutshell, what I would summarize is that we positions as automation made easy by selling ready-to-use automated business processes to mid-sized companies through direct sales, online console, and partner channels in South Asia, Southeast Asia, Middle East and Africa, and Western countries, because they need affordable solution for business process automation. So this is our customer acquisition plan. So by end of 2024, we should try to aim to get to 16,000 customers. And this is only possible by two key main aspects. One, through having very solid pricing strategy and online console automation subscription. And the second one is that a right optimum investment into the product as well as expansion in the market. So as of today, we expect that this year we expect to raise $350K US, and the next year around $2.5 million US, and third year around $6 million US to plan for. We think that if we are able to get this one, we should able to get 16,000 customers. But we will look at the need of investment in year 4 and year 5 once we have a learning on the first 3 years, and then we will decide what would be the number what we might have to come across. At this point in time, there are so many things which are very unknown. So once we learn and move forward, that investment requirement might be more clear, more accurate, and we will update that accordingly. So in case if you want to know more about the detail of how we worked out this GTM and customer acquisition plan, you can look at this link which is provided. You can click on this detailed plan in Google Drive. In case if you're not able to get that one, just send me an email and I can provide you the link to for the detailed plan of customer acquisition. So in a financial, I think in the 5th year, we should get a revenue of $101 million US with an operating before tax, profit before tax around 85 million. So this, I think, is what our projection, what we are trying to aim. But to this year, we are trying to focus off, try to get the 75K of revenue. So currently we are looking to raise $400K US in SAFE, simple agreement for future equity, with the valuation cap at 4 million, discount rate of 20%. We have already raised 50K so far, so remaining 350K is what we are trying to raise by 30th June 2020. And the minimum investment is the 25K US. In every sense, Entos leadership want to make Entos as a #1 IP PaaS provider, $1 billion global company. But at this point in time, we are very confident that our target valuation can reach 100 million as of today, what we can think of that one. So it's a pretty good investment for if you're looking at B2B segment. And if you're a non-B2B also, it is a very good diversification investment for you to need to make it this way. So in other words, what I could see that if IP PaaS goes successful, it can go and completely replace enterprise ERP and enterprise applications market. But it is about how we study and how we go and provide a very reliable and resilient model for customers to adapt. So market opportunity is very huge, and it's about how do we go and make the right investment, right product strategy, and right target segment. And I believe that we should be able to make at least the valuation by 100 million as of today, what we are thinking, what the strategy, what we have, for you need to return at 20 times of whatever the valuation, what we give it. So where are we standing today? This is the current snapshot from our console, which is in the test mode. So far we have 6 purchase intentions from our platform. Today, the instances cannot be created automatically. So when the request comes, we create and they can use that one. Out of the 6, 4 are ordered to cash from India at $100 per month. And 1 we got that AIL, which is a ship discharge business process automation, which is charged at $750 per month. And 1 TM from Turkey, we have got that one. But this is overall. So as of today, we can aim of around $14,000 on an annual recurring revenue, and I believe that this will keep growing in over a period of time. So where do we apply this 350K, the investment, what we are seeking for? Mainly for the sales and marketing and some product development, mainly on the console and some operational expenses. So after this 350K, what we are committing to our investors is that we will make sure that we will get 47 paid customers on Entos PalmFred at the revenue of 73K by yearly revenue for subscriptions. And also main important thing is that able to subscribe O2C and TM processes online. Today, that feature is not available. Today, the processes can be manually instances, meaning that the setup can be created by the IT team, whereas we wanted to make sure that by end of this year, that O2C and TM can be subscribed online through our web console itself for our next year strategy of selling through online. And we wanted to establish some of the development center in India. We have a headquarters office, which is a shareable workspace in Singapore, and we wanted to have a small head office in Singapore and development center in India. And this is what we can commit for our investors at the first year. And this is our core team, and first is myself. I have 25 years of experience in IT, mainly 16 years in Hewlett-Packard. I started my career as a HP UX kernel engineer and also worked on a software developer in a workflow product in HP United Kingdom. Last 7 years, I've been working in the APAC region for business process or RPA, automation and implementation in enterprise customers. And from that only, the idea of IPPOS came into, and we put that into the practice. Next is Joseph Young, who is the Director of Sales and Marketing in Singapore. He has more than 25 experience of selling enterprise applications in Asian market. At this point in time, he is working as a part-time, but once the investment is secured, he will join Entos as a core member. And then the next one is Ramesh Sundarajan, who's working with me in India as a full-time, taking care of enterprise business sales. So he also have a very diverse sales experience, selling from my Morbi radios to personal computers, laptops, and home appliances, and also enterprise applications. So he have a versatile experience in selling many products and services. And fourth, we have David George Sherman, who is the Director for Strategy and Compliance, who's very well experienced in diverse industries. He was an ex-Air Force serviceman, and he was also working as an ex-senior director in HP. He was my manager in Hewlett-Packard when I was working in 2006. And he was also a Director of Strategy for NetApps before he retired. Now he is coaching and mentoring for startup companies and entrepreneurs in India. And he is also an angel and early stage investor in startup companies. And he's also an investor in Entos as well. His main idea is to make sure that Entos takes adhere to government and compliances, and also making sure that what are the data or transparencies investors are looking for need to be fulfilled by us and the Entos. So his main idea or his main role is to make sure that that company works in a very transparent way, so that investors get the main confidence of the trust on Entos. And in a nutshell, what I would say that we have a very solid team of diverse experience, both from technology, the sales, and then the senior experience to making sure that we are in the right directions. So I strongly believe that this the team we can fulfill the vision what we are trying to aim at. That's all about us. I think so. If you have any questions or anything, you can always reach us in the investment in entostech.com. With this one, I would like to highlight a small interview which I gave when I received the award of Intercon Entos, when we received the top 50 companies, which highlight some of the visions in a very small bullet point. That's it. And thank you for watching my presentation. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.